Alright, this is Do I Suck at Sharpening, the video. I'm going to try to sharpen a knife today. First on a 1000, then a 2000, then a Geshin Synthetic Natural. And in order to try to make this measurable, see how well we can cut through a tomato before and after the test, or before and after sharpening. So to rule out whether or not it's reliable steel, we're going to use a Mizuno DX core. Should be a pretty reliable, well heat treated steel, so we'll just take that variable out of the equation. So it cuts tomato skin okay, especially at the heel. But not so well on that belly portion. Maybe it's just tomato losing its shape, but I can tell that it's not quite sharp on the belly, but it's doing okay down here at the heel. So one more time. Not really cutting in there very well, as opposed to there where it's really falling through. There it's taking a while to really bite in. So again, the knife is totally usable, but I'm just trying to figure out how can I be better. It's a Togiharo 1000 stone. And I'll do this from a couple angles to try to help out. So first I'm just going to try to find the angle. I'm feeling it about here. This is a knife I haven't sharpened very much, maybe only 2 or 3 times, so I'm hoping that thinness behind the edge isn't an issue. And what I want to do is start on the 1000 stone, get a burr, move on to the 2000 stone, get a burr, or reduce the burr but be able to feel a burr on each side. Then move to the Geshin Synthetic Natural stone, get a small burr on each side, and then strop with either the rough side of a little scrubby sponge or a taut cloth towel, whichever one seems to be giving good results. And then I'll continue to strop a couple times on the final finishing stone, the Geshin Synthetic Natural, until I feel like I can't make any more progress. So right now I'm getting a burr up until about here. Okay, that burr feels fairly even to me from tip to heel. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go left side. and I am going to switch hands for this. So this will be a little bit slower since this is my non-dominant side. So try to find that angle. And it's hard for me to tell from where I am if the angle is changing during sharpening, so if anybody sees anything, I'd love to hear about it. But I'm really just trying to let the left hand trace a path for the sharpening direction, and then I'm really just trying to let the right hand provide the downward pressure. I'm really not trying to produce any force from the knife down on the stone with my left hand. Okay, so I've got almost a complete burr there. Missing a little at the heel and a little here. I think there's a little bit of a sort of a concavity there. Really subtle on the knife, really subtle. And the stone has been flattened fairly recently. In the last I think I probably used it for about 15 to 20 minutes since its last sharpening. Or since its last flattening, excuse me. Okay. Just need some work at the heel. Okay, now I'm just going to do some alternating long sweeps with sort of medium pressure just to try to even the bevel out. Okay, now on the other side, before the burr gets too big on me. Now this is pretty light pressure. Just the weight of the knife, plus a few grams on my part. The very tip doesn't feel like I'm doing it real evenly. You can probably hear it too. But what can you do? Okay. So there it is now. Now onto the Gushin 2000. I'll change the camera angle a bit. Hopefully give a different view, catch issues from the other side. This has also been flattened pretty recently. It's only had about 5 to 10 minutes since its last flattening. So I'll go through the similar process, but lighter pressure this time since we've already established the bevel, or at least I think I have. Okay. Nice consistent burr across, as far as I can tell. My knuckles are hitting the rock underneath. Oh, got a little wobble there. Okay. It's still not great. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll just try to reduce the burr a bit. Real light pressure. Okay, burr feels pretty minimal to me. And let's see how the bevel looks. The bevel looks pretty even to me. Not perfect, especially not right at the tip. Okay, now onto the synthetic natural. I'll try to get a new angle on the camera for this one as well. Yep, that's my dish rack. Okay. So finding that angle. Just trying to let my right hand trace the shape of the path. Let my left hand provide minor downward pressure, just light downward pressure. I feel like Bob Ross talking about this. Just a little light downward pressure. Hopefully I don't make any happy little accidents today. This stone sure does feel nice though. Okay. Got a little bit of that burr going. Just kind of feels tickly on this stone since it's not a real coarse stone. And this stone has also been flattened fairly recently. It's only had about 10 to 15 minutes of use since its last flattening. There's not a heck of a lot of burr on this one. little bit of wobble there. And since this is the finishing step, I'm just going to rinse the stone off. Make sure we're not getting a lot of little chippy metal bits for the final polish. And you can hear there's none of that little nicking now that you might have heard before. I could hear it. I'm not sure how much is audible on the camera. Now I'm getting a slightly different feedback sensation, almost a little grippiness that comes, I've found, when you get to a higher polish and you get the flat bevel of the knife gripping onto the flat face of the stone. Alright, nice alternating strokes. Now we're going to go with the John method. It's a little scrubby. As far as I know, there's no abrasive embedded in that scrubby. And now I'll get out a Sharpie since y'all are dogging me from a thumbnail. Yeah, it's not catching quite as easily there. Right there? Oh, that catches just great. There, it just feels a little less secure. Oh yeah, see there's, yep, skip right there. So let's do a little more refinement. Since we just did deeper, the edge might be just a little raggedy still at the very, very apex. Alright, let's see how we've done. So can I feel a burr? Excuse me. No. Seems to be doing okay. Let's check out that tomato. Okay, that's nice. A lot sharper than before, which is nice to see. We can at least do that. Still a little hesitation there. When you're cutting at the belly, there's still a bit of hesitation going through. And I don't know if that's just a weight of the knife at the heel, like the heel height and the overall weight gives you a little bit more inertia to cut. But it just feels like it hesitates a bit more along here than it does at the heel. So, curious to hear your thoughts. I'll take another couple close-up pictures of the bevel and the heel and post that all as well. Thanks, guys.